For centuries, myths and legends from ancient cultures have captivated the human imagination, blending the lines between history, science, and fantasy. Among these tales, few are as intriguing as the stories of Vimanas, the supposed flying machines of ancient India. Described in Sanskrit texts like the Mahabharata, Ramayana, and the lesser-known Vaimanika Shastra, these aerial vehicles have sparked heated debates. Were they mere poetic inventions, or evidence of a lost technological marvel? Let's dive deeper into the Vimana chronicles to separate fact from fiction, exploring new dimensions of this enduring mystery. The earliest mentions of Vimanas appear in India's epic literature, dating back over 2,000 years. In the Mahabharata, a sprawling tale of war and divine intervention, Vimanas are depicted as airborne chariots, piloted by gods and heroes. One striking passage describes a Vimana rising into the sky with a roar like thunder, capable of swift, agile maneuvers. The Ramayana goes further, detailing Ravana's Pushpaka Vimana, a flying palace that could traverse vast distances and even change shape. These accounts are vivid and dynamic, suggesting a level of sophistication that transcends ordinary storytelling. But the epics offer more than just tales of flight. In the Samarangana Sutradhara, an 11th century architectural treatise by King Bhoja, Vimanas are mentioned alongside mechanical wonders like robotic guards and self-moving vehicles. While this text focuses on engineering feats, its inclusion of aerial machines hints at a broader cultural fascination with flight, possibly inspired by real-world observations or ambitious speculation. The Vaimanika Shastra surfaced in the early 20th century, allegedly channeled by a mystic named Pandit Subhaya Shastri, between 1918 and 1923. Translated into English in 1959, it claims to be an ancient treatise, dictated telepathically from the sage Paradwaya. The text outlines the construction of Vimanas, complete with diagrams of cylindrical or conical crafts, propulsion systems powered by mercury vortices, and even instructions for stealth technology and aerial combat. It describes 4 types of Vimanas: Shakuna, Sundara, Rukma, and Tripura, each with distinct designs and purposes, from reconnaissance to warfare. Enthusiasts see this as evidence of lost Vedic technology, but skepticism prevails. A 1974 study by the Indian Institute of Science debunked the text's claims, noting that the mercury vortex engine defies known physics, and the designs lack aerodynamic viability. Critics also point to its suspiciously modern vocabulary and concepts, like electric power, and photographic devices, which align more with early 20th century science fiction than ancient wisdom. Some speculate Shastri drew inspiration from Jules Verne or H.G. Wells, whose works were gaining popularity in India at the time. Yet, the text's detailed illustrations and technical jargon keep the debate alive. Could it preserve fragments of an older, authentic tradition? The Mahabharata and Ramayana, composed orally before being codified around 400 BCE, predate the Vaimanika Shastra by centuries. Their Vimanas might be symbolic, embodying divine power, or poetic license. Similar motifs appear globally, such as the Egyptian sun god Ra's solar barge, or the Mesopotamian tales of gods descending from the sky. Yet, the Indian texts stand out for their technical flourishes, mentioning mirrors to deflect energy, or tubes for propulsion, which feels strangely prescient. Beyond symbolism, some researchers propose a practical angle. Ancient India's astronomers, who tracked celestial bodies with precision, might have studied bird flight or atmospheric phenomena, inspiring Vimana lore. The Rigveda, one of the oldest Vedic texts, circa 1500 BCE, praises the Ashvins, twin deities who ride a golden aerial chariot, as healers and innovators. Could their Vimana reflect early experiments with kites or gliders, later mythologized? While no physical evidence supports this, India's kite-flying traditions, dating back millennia, show a keen understanding of lift and wind, principles essential to flight. The Vimana phenomenon isn't entirely unique. In China, 4th century BCE texts describe flying carts powered by rotating blades, while medieval Islamic scholars like Abbas ibn Firnas experimented with gliding devices. Even the Bible's Book of Ezekiel, with its vision of a fiery, wheeled chariot, echoes the Vimana's otherworldly vibe. These parallels suggest a universal human impulse to conquer the skies, perhaps fueled by shared observations of nature or lost cross-cultural exchanges. In India, the Vimana concept may also tie to its temple architecture. South Indian Vimana towers, tapering structures atop sanctuaries, share the name and shape of the flying machines, symbolizing a cosmic ascent. Did this architectural motif inspire the aerial myths, or vice versa? The interplay between physical and metaphysical realms in Vedic thought offers fertile ground for such connections. If Vimanas were real, where's the proof? India's ancient sites, like the Iron Pillar of Delhi, which resists rust after 1,600 years, showcase remarkable metallurgy, but nothing approaching aircraft. Some point to the rock-cut caves of Ellora, or the precise stonework of Hampi, as hints of advanced engineering, yet, these remain terrestrial achievements. A few fringe theorists cite submerged ruins of Dwarka, linked to Krishna's mythical city, as potential Vimana bases, but underwater archaeology has yet to yield anything conclusive. One tantalizing lead comes from the Yuktai-Kalpataru, a medieval text on shipbuilding, which mentions alloys and lightweight materials. Could such knowledge have been adapted for air travel? Without artifacts or texts bridging the gap, it's a leap of faith. Still, India's contributions to science, zero, algebra, and the heliocentric model, suggest its sages had the intellectual capacity to theorize flight, even if they lacked the tools to realize it. Today, Vimanas resonate beyond academia. In India, they're a badge of cultural pride, fueling claims of a golden age rivaling modern technology. Globally, they've inspired everything from sci-fi novels to video games like Final Fantasy, where airships bear their name. This enduring appeal reflects our quest for ancient wisdom in a high-tech world. As SpaceX rockets pierce the stratosphere, the notion of Vedic skyfarers feels less absurd. Yet, the Vimana's true power lies in its ambiguity, inviting us to ponder what humanity might have achieved, or dreamed, in ages past. Did ancient India master flight? The hard evidence leans toward no. The Vaimanika Shastra is likely a 20th century concoction, and the epics Vimanas shine brightest as imaginative feats. But the chronicles offer more than a yes or no riddle. They reveal a civilization that gazed upward, weaving tales of flight from threads of observation, ingenuity, and wonder. Whether soaring in metal hulls, or the mind's eye, the Vimanas remind us that the skies have always called to us, and in dreaming of them, ancient India took flight in its own remarkable way. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on ancient mysteries, spirituality, and self-development.